In a jungle far away, there dwelled a mighty lion named Shere. Shere was the king of the jungle, known for his strength and leadership. He was feared by all, yet he was also wise and fair in his rule. One day, while wandering through his territory, Shere saw something he had never encountered before: a small rabbit trapped in a net by some hunters who had recently passed through the area. The rabbit was struggling to free itself, but the more it wriggled, the tighter the net became. "Help me, King Shere," squeaked the rabbit, eyes wide with fear. Shere looked at the rabbit, its helplessness stirring a sense of empathy within him. Despite being the king who could ignore the pleas of smaller animals, Shere decided to help. With his sharp claws, Shere carefully began to untangle the net. It was a delicate task, as he had to ensure he didn't harm the rabbit. After a few attempts and with the gentle use of his mighty paws, he managed to rip apart the net, setting the rabbit free. The rabbit, relieved and grateful, bounced excitedly in circles around Shere. "Thank you, Almighty King. I owe you my life," the rabbit explained. Shere gave a nod and told the rabbit to be more careful to avoid traps in the future. Feeling good about his deed, Shere continued on his patrol. As days turned into weeks, Shere continued to uphold his just rule in the jungle. However, his encounter with the rabbit had sparked a change in him, a realization that strength lies not just in power, but also in compassion. One day, Shere found himself facing a grave danger when he fell into a cleverly camouflaged pit set by hunters intending to capture him. His roars echoed through the jungle, but the pit was deep, and escape seemed impossible for the mighty lion. It wasn't long before the animals of the jungle heard his cries. Among them was the little rabbit whom Shere had once saved. Remembering the lion's kindness, the rabbit did not hesitate. Gathering all the rabbits in the jungle, they formed a chain, biting onto each other's tails so that together, they could reach down to where Shere was trapped. With a combination of teamwork and bravery, the rabbits pulled the mighty Shere out of the pit. Once he was safe, Shere was overwhelmed with gratitude. "I never thought one good deed could save my life," he admitted. From then on, Shere was no longer just a king of strength and valor, but a ruler revered for his compassion and fairness. And the jungle flourished under his rule, with animals of all kinds living in harmony, inspired by Shere's lesson that true power is best wielded with a kind heart.